Well, hello, this is Jamie Oikel from runningrestaurants.com, where we bring you the tips, tools, and techniques you need to make your restaurant more profitable and successful. Today, I've got a great one question with episode for you with Laura Yutzi of the Sofranco Advisory Group, which helps restaurant owners and prospective operators buy and sell hospitality businesses. Here we go. All right, Laura, let's talk about the buying side and specifically first-time operators, right? What would you say are 2 or 3 mistakes that you see a new operator make in the process of buying and starting an operation or an existing location rather, versus what like maybe a seasoned operator might not make those same kind of mistakes? What do you think?
Well, I think that there's mistakes made regardless if you're a seasoned operator or you are a first-time operator. Some of the most common ones that I see with first-time operators are just going into it completely unprepared, not creating a business plan, not paying enough attention to the location. As we know, with real estate, with restaurants, with anything, location is vital to the visibility and attracting customers. So you want to make sure that you're in a location that is highly visible and accessible to your target market. Specifically with first-time operators, another mistake is underestimating startup cost. They budget for them, but they don't prepare for the unexpected. And that's something that seasoned operator, somebody that's opened 1 or 2 restaurants, sort of has gone down that route and knows what to prepare for. Let's see, another one is unorganized employee training or employee manuals. Again, they're just sort of going into it blindly, thinking I'm going to hire, my front of the house staff, I'm going to hire my back of the house staff, and things will just flow. You really have to have procedures and manuals in place to ensure that you're running a consistent operation.
Yeah, as you were talking there, I started to think about probably a typical first-time operator who's excited to do it, has always thought about it, but then all of a sudden is in like 6 feet of water. And they're in trouble really quickly because there are so many details. The training one was a good call out. Underestimating costs is a big deal. A lot of times it takes longer to get started than you thought. Let's go back to location for a second. As a new operator, do people fall in love with the sexy location that's maybe too expensive versus, a side street that maybe is a better deal? What are some location tips you give or you see first-time people get maybe overly excited about, or what do you think?
Oh, I think it's important when you're going into it to first know your concept. I think so often I have these first-time operators that come to us and they want to open a restaurant and they want it to be in a specific area in the city, but they're not necessarily sure what concept they want. And then they decide to do a concept and there may be 3 of them already in this particular market. So I think it's really important to know your concept. Then you find your area based off of where that concept's going to fit best. I mean, if you're doing a burger style place or a taco style place, you want to go down into the city. You want to go near the colleges that are, University of Pittsburgh. You want to be in Oakland here in the city. You want to be closer to those college students. That's your main demographic. You're not going to want to put that out in the suburbs because families aren't coming to a hip millennial restaurant.
Well, very, very good point. And that should be flushed out in the business plan. And you hinted on that. Concept ties to location, and those are a big piece. But the business plan itself, and you talk about what percentage of people show up to you saying, I want to buy a restaurant, and have an 80-page business plan ready to go for you to review as their broker. What do you think that looks like?
What percentage? Less than 20. Less than 20. And they're all seasoned operators. That's, it's the ones that have gone through this that know the importance of that business plan. So I really think, my number one piece of advice is if this is something that you're considering, this is your dream, take the time, do your homework, do your research, decide what your concept's going to be, decide on the location, build around that concept, and create that business plan, and then come to us.
Yeah, I would agree, and I would second that wholeheartedly. It is a business of 1,000 details, and if you get a few of them wrong, you're screwed. And then you're going to be selling your business with Laura and her friends. versus just crushing it for years and years. And so you have a plan in place, strategically think about location, get the right deal. It's such a big investment. And what we want to see folks here is what we do with running restaurants is we want to see them succeed and not have any of those challenges or eliminate as many of them as possible. So that was Laura Yutzi of the Sofranco Advisory Group. You can find them on the web at www.sofrancoadvisors.com. For more great restaurant marketing, operations, service, people, and tech tips, stay tuned to us here at runningrestaurants.com. We'll see you next time.